Welcome to Blackhat hacking series. So in this video we'll cover topic 2 of phishing, in which we will learn how to create the manual phishing pages and how to create your own dummy server in your VMware. So why we need a server? As you know, whenever you open gmail.com, facebook.com, the Gmail server replies you back with the page, Facebook server replies you back. So a dynamic website, a PHP website, can only work over a server. It needs a server. So obviously after building a phishing page, we have to upload it over a cPanel or a real server over the internet, which we can buy maybe in $5 per month. But before we upload it, maybe we have to test it. So what we can do is we can make our VMware as a dummy server in which we can test our phishing page, that is it working fine or no. So for the test perspective, we'll test here. We'll make a manual page by changing few lines of code into a real page, and then we'll make our Windows 7, this Windows attacker, as a fake dummy web server in which we'll put that page and we'll test it. And then in the next video I'll show you how you upload the same page over a real server and you'll be able to target the whole world. So this is a software named as XAMPP, which would be there I think in your toolkit, or you can, it's also free to download from the Google even. You just install it and it will make your server as your computer as a web server. So we have to uncheck few of the things which are not required, and next. So it will take few minutes to install. So it's finished. Now we have to start our Apache by clicking start and database. That's it. Now our computer is working as a web server. So let's see what's the IP address of the Windows 7. Let me fix it. We go to C drive, XAMPP, htdocs. So this is the folder. Delete everything here. Let's make a very small web page here. Like I open Notepad here. Just do HTML. And I save it on the desktop, maybe index.html. So I copy this page and I put it here in the htdocs. Now if we type the IP and enter, it shows this is a test page. It's same like if you type google.com and the Google opens in front of you. We do not have a name right now. It's a dummy web server. So we just type its IP, and whatever the website remains there, it opens in front of the victim. So the point is, this Windows attacker is acting as a server now. Any type of website would be there that would be served to everyone who will try to access. So now we will even delete it, and let's refresh here. There will be nothing. The server is empty, and we have to create a phishing page now. We go to facebook.com and once the page is loaded, finished, right click, save page as with the name of index on the desktop and save it. So we have an index page. I copy it, both the things, and we paste it here. Now if we refresh we can see a Facebook page. But it's a Reels page right now. Even if I double click, it's a Facebook page. We just saved this page and we put it in the htdocs folder. htdocs is a web folder in our XAMPP, in the C drive XAMPP htdocs we will be having. Here we have to put our website. Now one thing you have to know, that wherever you enter something, we call it a form into a web language, and every form have action. Like login, behind this login button there is action. Behind this registration form there is a sign up button, there would be action. Action means that send all your details to the Facebook. So what we just have to do is, we just have to change the action behind the login page, that whenever someone fill a username and password and click login, rather than sending the username and password to real Facebook, just save it in our computer and redirect the user to the real Facebook. Simple. So let's edit this index page with the Notepad++. I click word wrap, so everything would be shrinked and would be visible in one box. Then I Control F and search for action equal to, enter. And if you see in the action, there is a Facebook link. And I delete the link. And here I can type any PHP file name, maybe like abc.php. We have to create this file as well. So whatever name you put here, that file name we have to create and just save. So what happens now is, anytime I fill a username and password and click login, this page will send the username and password to abc.php. Now let's create abc.php. We have already a phishing page, and this one have a PHP file, so we just take it from there and I paste it here in our htdocs and I give the name abc.php. So this index, whenever we fill the details, we will give it to index, and where index will give to abc.php. Now what abc.php will do with your username and password? So what it will first do is, it will first save it in the username and password in the log.txt, and then it will redirect the user to facebook.com. Save. So it will first save it in the notepad, your username and password, then it will redirect the user to real Facebook. That's it. Now let's test. Refresh. Now if someone will enter a username and password, maybe john@yahoo.com, password 123456. If we click login, the page will send the username and password to abc.php. And what abc.php will do? It will first save it into a notepad and then it will redirect me to the real Facebook. Like this. Maybe you will think that, oh, why I'm not logged in? You think, okay, maybe I typed the wrong password. You type it again and then you log in and you will be logged in. But you not know that your username and password was trapped before. You just go on server and you see a log file is created automatically by this PHP file, and you will see it have a username and password. So that's a manual phishing, that you just need to change the action. So whether it's a bank page or whether it's anything, you just need to look for action behind a login form. You change the action to some PHP, and in that PHP you give your in which file name it have to save and where it have to redirect, and that's it. Your phishing page is ready. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching.